Okay, happy Thanksgiving to those of you in the US that celebrate that. I've been in a bit of create mode this weekend, been relaxing some, playing some video games, but also doing some creating and some work with some clients. So one of the things that I've been asked a lot about lately is a business debt schedule. What's the purpose of a business debt schedule when you're a commercial loan broker? And some lenders gather this, some don't. They go about it a different way, but those that use a business debt schedule are trying to capture all the debt that the borrower has. Now, there's various ways that they see debt that a borrower has. So if you understand how a balance sheet works, when a business has every business should have a balance sheet. On a balance sheet for a business, they list all of their liabilities, and that should have all the debts that are on it and the amount that they owe on that debt. But if you'll catch the distinction there, the balance sheet is not saying what the monthly payment is going to be on that debt. Now, a lender can kind of back into that, but they really want to understand it themselves. There's another place that lenders tend to go to look to try and find debts that a business has. And so that would be a business credit report. Now, some of you may not realize, if you've been watching my videos long enough, you should caught on to this by now, but you have your own personal credit score. If you've been in business for any length of time, you probably have a business credit score as well. That is not always just lenders. So on your personal credit score, you're looking at debts that you owe lenders, credit cards, home loans, auto loans, that type of stuff. Those same types of debts show up on a business credit score, but they also have debts or amounts owed to suppliers. So if you have a supplier that gives you goods, and that supplier allows you to pay them in what's called 90-day terms, so you can wait 90 days to pay them, or 60-day terms, or even 30-day terms. If you pay in terms as a business to another business, that is credit, and it can show up on a business credit report too. In fact, most suppliers report that type of stuff to business credit. So there's various ways that lenders are getting an idea of what your business credit is that you owe, but some will ask for also what's called a business debt schedule. And the reason is it goes a little more in detail than either of those other sources do. And so what I've done for the folks who have taken my course, Commercial Loan Broker in a Box, teaches you how to start a business as a commercial loan broker. I've gone ahead and created a sample business debt schedule that you can supply to the borrower and have them fill that out so that when you go to lenders, you've already got that completed. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you what that is. You should be seeing it now. Hopefully it's working. Looks like it's popping up. First time using Google Meets to record a video. Usually I use Zoom, but using Google Meets lately, just using the Google suite of products. So let's see if this goes okay. So this is a sample business debt schedule, and you can see in the top part, you've got, this is the name of the business and the date completed, right? That's really important. And the reason is because when a business debt schedule is aged or has kind of been around for a while, the borrower needs to update it. But it's pretty transparent. It's the creditor. So this might be, let's say, Bank of America. You have a credit card with them. And so here, this is going to be a credit card. I opened it, I don't know, last year at Thanksgiving, right? The current balance is $10,000. Now this column here, this total amount approved, is not the amount that you owe. That's current balance, okay? Total amount approved is the amount that you could borrow. So let's say I owe $10,000, but they approved me for $25,000. Now, this is where it does or can be important to get a business debt schedule from a borrower. Again, business credit reports will show things like balances and how much you owe and how much you could owe. And oftentimes it will show a monthly payment. But sometimes you just don't have all that accurate information. And so a lender wants to gather this directly from the borrower themselves. Do a little formatting while we're talking. So let's say the payment on this is, a lot of times it'll be 3% of an outstanding balance. So it's $300 per month. The reason column G is so important as an interest rate, as a broker, if you're getting this from a borrower, is let's say that this is not a credit card, but maybe this is an equipment loan from Bank of America. And it says that their interest rate is, I don't know, something hefty, like 15%, right? You can see the collateral at that point. If it's for an equipment loan, the collateral probably was the equipment. And to buy a commercial printer, I don't know, maybe you make t-shirts or something like that, or you do other things. The reason this column G is so important to you as the broker, but also to the lender, is if this is a debt that they don't have, they don't own, and they think that they can do better than this 15% with a new loan or as part of the loan that you're applying for, that is an upsell opportunity for them. As a broker, if you're getting this list and there's 4 or 5 other loans out here, or even just one loan, and the borrower has not asked you to work on that loan, and you think you have lenders that can beat where they are right now, then I would recommend you adding that into the work you're doing for them. So let's say they're buying real estate and they told you about, you're working on that, but they didn't tell you about this equipment loan, and you think you could beat 15% with the lenders that you have relationships with, and this would be, another $25,000 loan that you could work on for that borrower. So these business debt schedules are really important because they help the lender capture a broader picture than they can get anywhere else. Now, of course, at the end of the day, this whole thing is going to go into, if you've taken the course or if you've heard me talk about it, the most important thing to a lender is showing the ability to pay them back. And that comes through debt service, and that's revenue that comes in that pays bills and it pays expenses. And the way you get to that number is to calculate all income versus all expenses, and that gives you a ratio. And I teach you how to do that in the course. Well, this monthly payment would factor into that. And so the lender needs this information, because what if this Bank of America equipment loan wasn't on a balance sheet? Maybe the owner just forgot to list it, or maybe it was so new, or it wasn't on the business credit report. Again, not everyone reports to the business credit bureaus. Most do, but not everyone does. Bank of America does, but other small lenders or in-house lenders may be not reporting that. So the point is, getting a business debt schedule is usually necessary to get a loan for a borrower. You're going to want to use that. If you're taking my course, you get access to this business debt schedule as part of the course, part of the multiple templates that I provide you. Your lender is going to want to see it because they're going to use it in the monthly payment calculations. They're also going to use it to see if there's cross-sell opportunities, and you as a broker can do the exact same thing. So I created this for my group. Of course, you're seeing it in the video, so you could replicate this pretty easily. What you can't get, that you can get in my course, is a whole bunch of other templates, a template for a fee agreement, a legal agreement between you and a borrower, templates for emails to send to prospects, to send to lenders, to send to referral sources, all kinds of other resources. And then, of course, the course itself, the content where I teach you how to become a commercial loan broker, how to market your business, how SBA loans work, how debt service coverage ratios, 40 some odd lessons worth of stuff. If you're interested, it is still on sale right now as part of Black Friday weekend. You can get the course for $195. I usually charge $395 for the whole course. And so I'll link to that in the description. But just wanted to share this with you. By the way, show up for the next video. I'm actually going to stop this one and record that and post it later. But I've created an entire onboarding file that you can use for borrowers as part of my course. You'll get access to this. It's a Notion template. And in that template, you basically use it to onboard your clients. It has everything they're going to need, from your fee agreement to milestones, a dashboard that shows them all the activity you're doing with lenders, places for them to upload their files, an entire onboarding sort of landing page for all of your clients that you can duplicate over and over and over again. These are all the things that I try and provide to people who take the course so that they can make their life a lot easier. Okay. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. Thanks.